Oh my god, he's back. The bane of every Twitch mod, Dr. Disrespect, breaking his silence after, a little better than 2 months? Hiatus, streaming for the first time since June, setting the record straight, and well, it's interesting, right? Here's a guy who hasn't been convicted of anything. There's no real evidence as to any of his reported impropriety, just simply rumors and innuendo, but simply because, people have opinions. People in high places and several other high-powered influencers don't agree with the way that Doc perceives the world. They're more than willing to see him snuffed out and try to steal away his market share for their own. But it's so funny, right, to just simply compare and contrast the two big streamer events, the big streamer drama over the summer, the way that Doc was treated, as opposed to the way that, a little, confused individual over there under the Mr. Beast banner was. Very, very strange how something that had so much evidence, so many people come forward, the way that that was treated by big tech, as opposed to the way that Doc was treated because, reasons? Doesn't make a lot of sense, but what did he have to say about this? So, Dr. Disrespect returns to streaming to angrily deny that he sent explicit messages or images to people that, Chris Tyson would find enticing. Guy Beam, better known as Dr. Disrespect, returned to a demonetized YouTube channel and angrily denied claims that he sent explicit messages or images, saying he shouldn't have even been banned from Twitch in a lengthy statement in which he called the messages banter and claimed that the user was over the legal age of consent. Now, regularly speaking, that's kind of a iffy line to walk. That's not normally a line of conversation that you personally ever want to find yourself in, but in these situations when people are saying, he was chatting up middle schoolers, it's like, it's kind of important to really set the record straight. Beam was visibly agitated, and as he responded to the claims that he sent messages, via Twitch's a previous DM equivalent, the Whispers function, taking aim at the media who reported on the accusations and claiming that it was a coordinated campaign against him. The way that you look at it and you go back at the time, it's really hard to dispute that. He also claimed that Cody Connors, the former Twitch employee who initially revealed the reason behind Beam's ban, in order to sell tickets for his band. You could go back and watch the coverage at the time. All of this stuff is sketchier than a Jackson Pollock painting. I wasn't even involved in the process in the expletive-laden rant in which he claimed the case was settled professionally. Yeah, it was, all the way back in the cut, and Connors briefly worked for IGN back in 2021, so why do you think we're carrying his water? No, you don't know anything about it, and obviously from your tweet, Beam claimed, you didn't have any first-hand knowledge about my dispute with Twitch. Now, you said I got banned from Twitch because I was talking with a minor, through whisper messages. Do you even know what the legal definition of saucy messaging is? I do, and I use Twitch whispers, but I wasn't doing that to anyone. Went on to deny that he met up with any individual he messaged at TwitchCon, which, this was just another rumor stacked on top of everything else that had zero substance to it at all whatsoever. He was trying to communicate with this person who is like, you've seen the messages? Oh, no, right, you're just speculating like everybody else. Because you know how people that run in your circles act, so you're projecting that onto Doc. Makes sense. Let's set the record straight. I never intended to meet this user ever. We never made plans to meet at TwitchCon or anywhere else, and in fact, we never met in person. Beam's message came amid the first stream since June, which took place on YouTube and was titled The Truth. When responding to the claims that he had been banned from Twitch because he sent explicit messages, via Whispers in 2020, former Twitch employee told Rolling Stone, which is just another hack website that should be treated the exact same way you do Kotaku. In June, there was no confusion. Messages sent after this was acknowledged with no less graphic and in the same nature as before. That doesn't really set the bedrock for anything. It's not any worse than it was before. Well, what were the levels we were dealing with at before? Shut up, bigot. And I think more than the categorization of leaning too much in the direction of being inappropriate might indicate. But the statement originally posted on X and Twitter that eventually did get taken down, which we've seen before. We've read through ad nauseum. final line is important. They want me to disappear. Yeah, effing right. Apparently responding to the Rolling Stone article, BM said they reported on all of this based on leaks from 2 former Twitch employees, one of whom was supposedly on the trust and safety team. If these anonymous sources worked on the trust and safety team at the time of my Twitch suspension in 2020, then he would hope they would tell the truth. But apparently, that's just too much to ask. If these former trust and safety team members, and by the way, I know exactly who they are, actually had firsthand knowledge, why did they conveniently left this one out? Twitch's trust and safety team, the same employee that decided to ban me, internally admitted that the whisper messages were not what they alleged they were. Oh, interesting. And 2, Twitch's trust and safety team, the same employees that decided to ban me, internally acknowledged that the whispers did not constitute any sort of material that, would end up getting kicked up to higher authorities. They would look at it and go, it's not what you're alleging over here, but I'm sure it'll make for great gossip fodder in a few years' time. BM claimed that neither he nor the recipient of the messages were interviewed, and that the case was not escalated to law enforcement. Yeah, exactly. He alleged that the former partner manager at Twitch, who he did not name, was responsible in part for getting him banned. Well, I mean, that kind of makes sense, right? He went on, and I'll say it again. Neither I nor the Twitch user exchanged any graphic messages or images. Cody Connors and the other anonymous sources are trying to paint a picture that I was exchanging explicit messages with this Twitch user. It never happened. I even used the word inappropriate purposefully. And I looked at how it was defined by everyone, champs, including these defaming articles. Talking about allegations that Twitch made against me as a half-baked reason to justify their actions of suspending and shutting down my channel. Allegations that Twitch made without even a legal analysis of whether the whisper messages were illegal. Ultimately, BM did not apologize, mocking the suggestion he had during the stream of releasing the messages he sent to the public, saying, what are we, in 2nd grade? But yeah, BM's YouTube channel remains demonetized, says he plans to reapply September 25th. I guess, what is that, 90 days? Holy crap. We're already 3 months removed from this stuff. But it's interesting, right? Because I've been following this stuff, and yeah, I've been doing updates when they become available, because I see this as just a targeted attack. And stuff like this happens, I will follow up on it, and I will follow it very closely, and especially when it seems like it's somebody who is being unjustifiably targeted. Like I said before, if it comes out and he ended up doing some crazy stuff, then yeah, to the wood chipper. But as far as we can tell, and as far as the evidence points, what's actually out there, nothing of the sort seems to follow through, and the overwhelming public sentiment, outside from the weirdos on Twitch and the freaks that just want to see anybody more successful than them torn down, the public sentiment is really on Doc's side. Case in point, developer Midnight Society lays off 50% of its staff 3 months after severing ties with Dr. Disrespect. Imagine that. A video game developer, Midnight Society, which developed Deadrop, yes, reportedly laid off nearly half of its staff less than 3 months after severing ties with streamer personality Dr. Disrespect Guy Beam. But yeah, it was a mutual parting of the ways, and we would just, continue to try to distance ourselves from him into the future. But don't worry, it was all copacetic. It was fine, right? Midnight Society announced it was severing ties with BM at the end of June. The company wrote on X on Friday evening, we became aware of an allegation against one of our co-founders, yes, Guy BM. We assumed his innocence and began speaking with parties involved. And in order to maintain our principles and standards as a studio and individuals, we needed to act. For this reason, we are terminating our relationship with Guy BM immediately. And yeah, Doc would come out and say that, Doc or the other guy, I think it was the other guy who said, yeah, we reached out to Guy. He said that, yeah, it's probably best if I take a step back for a second. And then you release this very stupid statement. Now, less than 3 months later, Midnight Society founder Robert Bowling announced significant layoffs to the company. He wrote, unfortunately, as most of you know, we have faced multiple unexpected challenges in recent months to adapt to these changes and secure the future of Midnight Society, Deadrop, and our commitment to providing innovative gaming experiences. Sure, we've made the tough decision to streamline our operations, which includes a significant workforce reduction. He added, these measures, while difficult, are designed to strengthen our foundation and renew focus on our core mission. Despite these challenges, we remain dedicated to launching Deadrop in 2025. And here's the thing, okay? And I'm sure that there will be some people, oh, these are just innocent workers. Oh, it's just always the little guys that get crapped on. You work for a company that is more than willing to throw somebody under the bus sans evidence and not stand by them and in their moment of need. You're just as culpable as the cowards up top. You're a representative of their decisions. You pay the price. Sucks to suck. Next, Bowling stated, we will be sharing our revised plans and milestones in the near future, and we thank you for your continued faith in our vision. We wouldn't be here without the contributions of those who are affected, and we thank them for their incredible work, support them, and wish them the best, except for the guy that put our name on the map and got us to a point where we could actually release a significant game that was at least anticipated at the time, but we decided to torpedo that about 6 months to a year out from release. Good decision. Ex-user Joker, with a bunch of letters and numbers, who shared the message from Bowling, indicated that roughly 50% of the development team at Midnight Society were laid off. Yo! This was unexpected and crushing to see for those in the community. Obviously, the studio has been through a lot with the recent drama surrounding Doc. Because, yeah, if you would have just shut up, continued to work in the background, work on your game, let everything all come to light, come to fruition, and then make a decision after the evidence is out there, yeah, might have ended up faring better than you are right now. But no. You had to decide to jump the gun. You had to decide to do what all the other cool kids were doing out there. You had to throw him under the bus because there's no flags in his bio, pronouns in his descriptions, or any other shields that he can throw up in front of him in the face of controversy. It'll be interesting to see how this plays out, because I would imagine at some point in time, yeah, the messages will get released and there'll be a certain spin on them from one direction, certain spin from another, but when we actually see the texts that were being exchanged, I'll be interested to see who gets vindicated at the end of this. But when it's all said and done, and especially based on what we're seeing right now, I kind of know where I'm leaning. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.